Coming up today on Great Day Connecticut, Recipe of the Week. It is National Taco Day, so of course we have to celebrate. We're making tacos with a twist, and they're totally kid-approved.
And there is a big film festival coming to our capital city this weekend. We are chatting with the co-directors of the 36th Connecticut LGBTQ Film Festival and getting a sneak peek.
Plus, last week we kicked off our new segment, Crafting with Kate, and made some cute ghost throw pillows. Today we're trying out another fun and easy DIY Halloween project.
We're making your day a great one starting right now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Great Day Connecticut. You made it to Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. I'm Kara Sundlin.
And I'm Caitlin Francis. Yes, it is Wednesday. Typically on Wednesdays we wear pink, but I wore pink yesterday because it was Mean Girls Day.
I almost wore pink today, actually, and then I decided to do this. But we're talking about Mean Girls because if you don't mind watching it in short little bursts, you can now watch it on TikTok.
Yeah.
So they've added it to TikTok. Paramount has posted the entire movie, but they're breaking up the 107-minute running time into 23 clips. That to me sounds annoying.
I think it would be too, but
I'm sure everyone on TikTok is going to love it.
I think maybe it's exposing the cult classic to a new generation. I don't know. I
mean, my daughter loves it, but I think, and maybe, you know, the way that people go down the rabbit hole of TikTok, maybe they'll just start watching. It'll keep going. It'll keep them on there for 107 minutes.
I don't know.
I'm like, can we just watch the movie?
I don't know if I could sit on my phone for that long.
I know. So it's also, for the rest of us, it's streaming.
It's streaming.
Yeah. And also Tina Fey, one of the creators, of course, she is auctioning off her annotated script. So you get all of her little notes for Mean Girls, the musical. And that is going to be up for auction. I imagine that would go for
a lot of money.
Yeah, I would think.
I mean, it's really a classic. I love the movie. And we know Scott's on vacation in France. I got a text message because he knew that we'd be awake for the morning show when he landed. And he was like, I didn't sleep. I stayed awake on the plane. I watched 3 movies. I said, what'd you watch? He says, I finally watched Mean Girls.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny that he finally did it.
Yep.
Yes, I was texting him yesterday because we had the story in the news about the bed bugs in Paris. But he informed me he had moved on to Bordeaux. Let's hope he didn't bring any home. Okay. So that'll be nice when he gets back here. But the film, also the film Priscilla, which I really want to see.
Sticking with the movie theme. I know Elvis is getting a lot of attention. I know back in audio, Rich probably already got his tickets.
Yes. Well, I know Rich loved, although I learned a lot from Rich about what was true and what was not true about the Elvis that came out over the summer.
With Austin Butler.
And so that I, of course, went to see. We made our kids go see it. They didn't seem that excited, but then they loved it. It is long, but I loved it.
Yeah,
and
lots of award show buzz. And so this is Priscilla, and this is the new trailer. So
coming out next month. Take a look.
Hi. What's your name?
Priscilla Boyer.
You like Elvis Presley?
Of course. Who doesn't?
What are the kids listening to these days?
Bobby Darin, Fabian, and you.
Just what is the intent here, Mr. Presley? You got women throwing themselves at you. Why my daughter?
Well, sir, I happen to be very fond of your daughter. She's much more mature than her age.
21!
22. That's 22.
So that's, I believe his name is Jacob Elordi. Is that how you say his last name? Yes. Very handsome. And
and you really see, like, at least from this thing, just how much younger she was.
Well, 10 years difference, and I mean,
she looks like a kid.
She was 14 when they met in real life.
Yeah, that just seems so bizarre when you think of it like that.
That's, Kara, that's a very polite way to put it. That's a very nice,
I'm not trying to ditch Elvis here. But anyway, we're going to talk about the trials and tribulations in the movie. They have, of course, the infidelity that they addressed a lot in the Elvis movie.
I mean, again, the casting in this is like spot on.
Yeah.
Very good.
Priscilla will hit theaters November 3rd, so that's a great thing to do.
Just less than a month away.
Meanwhile, Connecticut's son, John Mayer, is creating his own Sirius XM channel, so you can listen. I know you're a big fan. You can listen all the time, whether it be be in the morning, or you want dinner music, or you want hanging out music, there's going to be the John Mayer channel.
It's called Life with John Mayer. And basically, so the slogan is the channel that changes with you. So it's basically, he's curating the channel to change and match the time of day. So it's based on the mood that you're going to be in.
Yeah, I love it.
And
That's a good
I
idea.
feel like this is the most John Mayer thing to do. You know, like his music, actually, that's how I listen to his music. I'm like, what kind of mood am I in? Is it this album kind of a day, or is it this album kind of a day?
He's kind of got a range.
Yep.
I know some Swifties are probably thinking that they're never going to listen to it, but our executive producer brought up a point that she said nobody should be hating on him anymore, so maybe people can let it go.
Hopefully.
I'm speaking for my daughter, okay?
I know. Kate Amato and I are just like...
Yeah, no, I think he's great. Rock legend Mick Jagger says his kids don't need $500 million or $500 million, however you look at it, dollars to live well. So he might be giving a big part of his inheritance away. He's also not selling his catalog of music for those crazy numbers that so many people are doing. He said, you know, his kids, he's going to think about some charity, and he just doesn't think his kids need that kind of money, even though they've certainly made millions and millions.
There are a lot of celebrities who are doing this kind of thing where they're saying, our kids don't need inheritance, so they're giving it to charity. And I don't know, us regular folks don't get it either.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that it's not like he's leaving them out completely, but it's a good thing that...
they're just not getting all of it.
I think it was the Osmonds who said they didn't want to saddle their kids with those problems, because when you have nothing to get up for or work for, it's that much harder, I'm sure, to motivate yourself. So they said, actually, she thought it will ruin their lives if they get all this money and never think they have to achieve anything on their own.
Well, what was it? It was a Puff Daddy song from the 90s. Or was it Notorious B.I.G.? More money, more problems.
Oh, right. I mean, they've done many studies on this. It doesn't make us more happy as long as you have your basics covered, your house, your food, your this. But so I think it's interesting, and I'm sure it's not like he's saying they're not getting anything. He's just saying they don't need $500 million,
exactly.
Which I think most people might agree with.
Thank you.
Lady Gaga is going to have to pay, will not have to pay, though, all those hundreds of thousands of dollars in the reward money to the woman who is actually tied to taking her French bulldogs, which I think makes sense. Turns out she has quote-unquote unclean hands, so why would she get the reward money?
Good for Lady Gaga. I wouldn't want to give somebody who was involved in stealing my dog's money for the reward either.
Yeah. I mean, so...
she's on probation for dog napping.
So a bill has been filed also to rename a Florida highway after Jimmy Buffett. It will be 24 hours a day, not just at 5 p.m.
It's not just in Margaritaville.
No. And actually, Chuck Clemens, he filed it. It's a major coastal highway. It runs from Key West into the Florida Keys. I think that makes sense. Could you imagine? Like, I used to get excited as a kid. We would drive to Florida, and I would love to go down Alligator Alley because I thought it sounded so scary. But I mean, I think if you're driving to the Keys, that would be cool to be like, we're on Jimmy Buffett Highway. Like, you turn on the tunes, and that would be really awesome.
I wonder if they would have, again, like that radio station where you could just tune it in. And
tune it in?
Yeah.
Although now we can just say, you know, hey, play Jimmy Buffett, and it works.